It's not even funny, man. It's not funny. It's bad. It is bad. What can you do? People are fucking crazy, man. Like, but that's the thing. Like, you see, you see what people do on this app on a daily basis, and you might not agree with it, and you think, oh, that's fucked up. That person said something shitty, or this person done something shitty. But this is like a different kettle of fish, man. This is like, you can't even explain this. And you're getting a bit of it, Gimpy. And other people get it and will get it. Like, if I make friends with someone, like, I don't know, down here, I'm not going to name names. Say if I made friends with somebody, they'd start getting the heat as well. Slowly but surely. They'd start to realise who this person is without even wanting to know this person. They would know who the person is. She'd be there, like the fucking pigeon woman in Home Alone films. You know? So, yeah. The pigeon lady. You know that lady with the pigeons? She scares the shit out of me, she does. And I don't know, man. At this point, Jessie Girl scares the shit out of me, you know? I'm glad I'm not in that country. Wake up one day, she'll be at my fucking doorstep.
Oh, Lord.
She scares me, and who else? There's another person who scares me. Celibate Mystic.
Oh, Lord. See, now, I'm only afraid of one person on this app.
Celibate Mystic scares the shit out of me, man. That's some fucking scary woman. Don't troll me with that person.
See, there's only one person on this app that I'm actually afraid of, and that's Queen Victoria. When Queen Victoria gets pissed the fuck off. Well, hold up. Stormy kind of scares me when she gets pissed too. Those Stormy rants can be epic.
No, but you know, like I don't know how many people in here have had someone who just won't leave them alone. Like, and they'll do anything. Like, they'll do anything. They'll go to any depths, and they'll go to anyone just to get in front of you. It's weird. The whole thing is just so fucking weird. It's weird.
Well, see, I'm not really worried about the little bullshit drama with me and Jesse. That's not. I don't really give a fuck about that. That happens on this app all the time.
Yeah.
I'll always somewhere there'll always be a motherfucker that's doing some stupid shit. I'll address it and I'll move the fuck on. But now, what bothers me is that Jesse girl, Steven admitted she was DMing him. Now she was DMing him during that space, or right before it, telling him all kinds of goddamn shit. And that means she's taking advantage of a developmentally challenged individual for her own fucking drama. That's where my real fucking problem is.
It's very see-through. So
I mean, I don't even think she's worth talking shit about on a regular basis. Okay, she's not a Chris Anonymous. She's not a fucking Brian Peterson. She's not of that caliber that she doesn't deserve any goddamn attention. But my problem is she's DMing Steven in the background, getting him spin up for her fucking little stupid ass drama, or whatever the fuck that is.
She's a maniac. Sorry, I'm singing some songs this morning.
It's all good.
Yeah, I see what you mean, Gimpy. I see what you mean. But that's the point of it, isn't it? Like, she does this shit, so then this happens, and then, we are the fuckers who dragged Jessie Girl. That's how it works. It's bullshit. It's the same old fucking bullshit game. Wah, 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 wah. So, yeah. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is well. Call in, guys. Don't be scared. It's the fucking Gimpy and Joey show. I'm taking over now. I'm the new fucking co-host. I've got everyone blocked.
There you go. Fuck it.
I shouldn't accept this.
Yep, now I get all kinds of goddamn co-host drama.
If anyone messages you and says they've been kicked out, just message and say where.
That's my typical reality. Yeah.
It's probably for the best anyway, Gimps. You know. Anyone I've got blocked. In fact, I don't think I've got anyone blocked. It's not that many people or anyone. This is new. So
Yeah, I think I got like 180 fucking people blocked now.
I let Don Lod be a co-host a few weeks ago, and fucking hell, there was, I can't remember. Say there was 150 people in the space. He became co-host, and it literally dropped to like 90 or something straight away. I wanted to look just to see what the difference was, and I'd say a good 40 people just got fucking straight dropped.
So I don't know if you were here then. You may have been gone, but Ricky, Long Island Ricky was doing a space, and Tara was co-host. And Yeti was in there, and he was being just a total jackass to Tara. I started DMing Tara. I said, you know what? Tell Ricky if he gets tired of this asshole, make me co-host and watch all these fucknuts disappear. So about 3 minutes later, I get the co-host invite, and 20 to 30 motherfuckers fell out immediately, including Yeti, Cam, a bunch of other shitheads. It was fucking hilarious. I've never seen so many motherfuckers leave a space at one time.
We cleared the room.
Pretty much.
I don't want to be co-host. This feels like responsibility. This one. Like I'm somehow responsible for this shit now. Oh, in Nashville, Nick, you can leave.
What's wrong with Nick?
Nashville, Nick, it's all drama.
I
Even
have
Mercedes, all drama. That's all you fucking
the
hear
other
out of
week.
Nashville, Nick.
The other week, Gimpy snuck his way. I think it was into Stevens Beam, and everybody got wiped.
I did? I don't think I did.
I forget who was hosting it, but like Steven and those stupid Turner people, and like they were all fighting with each other. And then all of a sudden you beamed up in there, and they all just got wiped.
No, that wasn't me. I don't go in
It
those.
was, because we all said, damn it, Gimpy, you derailed the Facebook drama that was going on.
No, I didn't. Look.
You sure did, sir.
I swear to fuck I didn't. You've got to be thinking about somebody else.
Nope, you came up there and they all got deleted.
No, I have not talked to the Turners.
You didn't talk. You just purposely beamed up and got the co-host option on it. I forget who hosted it, but you purposely co-hosted up so that they'd all poof. I think Tara. It might have been Tara. I do not remember who was hosting the nonsense, but you got up there and they all just disappeared and you left.
You may be thinking about the one I was talking about, Long Island Ricky's. That's the only time I've done it.
Oh, yes, that's what it was. It was Ricky's. And they were all fighting with each other. Steven was yelling at the Facebook people, and Yeti was yelling at them. And then you came up there, and it was like, boo!
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah, it was Yeti. Yes. Yeti was there. Cam was there. The Facebook people were there. All them motherfuckers were arguing. And on top of that, Yeti was being a dick to Tara. So I DM'd Tara. I said, you want these shitbirds to leave? Just make me co-host.
Yes, okay. That's whose it was. I just remember you got the co-host, and they all just got wiped.
Let's see. Yeah, that was intentional. I knew what would happen. I'm like, okay, I'll fix this shit. But yeah, I mean, my issue with the Jessie girl shit, it's not the bullshit drama. She can talk all the fucking yam she wants on me. I could give a fuck less. It's the fucking DMing Steven, spinning him up for her fucking purposes and drama. That's what all, that's, to me, that's the issue. I block him. I don't fuck, leave him alone, because the kid's got enough problems, okay? And he gets me or any other motherfucking adult spinning his ass up for.
Just because Steven spins it that you're bullying him and that you're being the bad guy.
Hello?
I purposely skipped the first.
Jesse girl talking shit. Look, I don't give a fuck. If she's got something to say it to your goddamn self. Grab a goddamn mic. Go goddamn live. Talk all the goddamn stupid shit you want. I don't give a flying fuck, okay? I've been doing drama since 2000 and goddamn motherfucking 15. Do you think that shit phases me in the slightest? I've had my ass chewed by some of the best drama broadcasters on the goddamn app. Anything she says cannot fucking phase me, okay? But my actual issue is her using Steven as a goddamn weapon in her stupid ass drama. I mean, Steven flat out admitted that she was DMing him, telling him all this goddamn shit. All right, okay, so maybe I ought to start sending DMs to people, not Steven, but other people, about her. Do I do that? I could start, talking shit about her in DMs to random motherfuckers on the fucking interwebs. Am I going to do that? Nah. I'll just hit the goddamn live button and talk about your ass.
I just want to know if Joey's really that good looking of a man that this girl is still trying to follow him around.
Yeah, I noticed yesterday that, like, everywhere Joey beamed up, her ass was just, she'd grab a mic here or there, and I'm like, oh, Lord. See, I mean, it's not about the, it's really not about, the history with Joey. I'm not trying to bring all that fucking crazy shit up, right? I'm just trying to point out her fucking behavior where she is DMing a developmentally challenged individual and using him as a weapon in her stupid ass fucking drama.
But that's the thing, Gimpy. What happened last week? She got upset because accusations were made about her, but she's going around making accusations about everybody else in the inboxes now.
Look, I would have left her ass alone. I was pretty much done with that shit from the weekend. I'm like, I was fucking over it, dude. But I mean, does she think I'm not going to address her shit? I mean, and hell, I don't know if I wasn't recording roasters. I don't usually if I'm in a space, I won't record it. But I would actually like to get a copy of where Steven said she was DMing him. I mean, I don't really need it. There was like 100, 150 motherfuckers in there, maybe more. But, motherfuckers like receipts around here. If somebody's got a copy of that, I would definitely like a copy of that, or maybe like a clip of where Steven says she's DMing him.
I believe it's already up on that Periscope Drama Archives YouTube thing.
Okay, cool. I can get it off there. I don't really fuck with like the public YouTubes about Periscope or Spaces. But yeah, I'll check into it.
It's under like Steven Delvecchio's hits or whatever from yesterday.
Oh Lord.
Because he said everybody was laughing that he said he was going to take a picture of his butt and send it to you for Christmas.
Yeah, that was funny. I'll give him that. That was fucking hilarious. Even I was laughing. Shit. Ooh. Let's see. Other than that, I don't really have any drama to address. I mean, there's nothing really that important to me that I just got to hit the fucking live button and talk about. Hell, I don't really have to talk about this shit.
Well, keep it up. Otherwise, it's going to start drying up like paint in here.
What do you want to talk about? Hell, there's a whole fucking day of fucking shit yesterday we can talk about. As long as...
Gio, are you getting in that taco thing today?
Probably not because my knee is still fucking shot. We're in the middle of a over here, and it's not doing me any good.
So you've done that taco thing before, like on Scope?
Oh yeah, I did it. That's how I campaigned to get my Scopie award and beat Maggie. I'll say I beat Maggie, even though we both tied and were co-winners. I beat her. I got the award, therefore I'm the winner. She got the gift certificate. Who wins on that? Come on. That's how I campaigned. Originally, Spree was campaigning for me, and then she texted me and was just like, I'm not doing all this fucking work for you anymore. Go earn it yourself. And I put the taco song on. I put the taco suit on. I did a day of taco karaoke, a day of taco dancing, and then I did a day of taco drama. And then it led to more drama because Ned ended up taking a piece of it and trying to monetize off it on his TikTok, and then I ended up confronting him about it, and then he eventually deleted it after like me and Spree dragged his ass for a full week on it.
See, I never seen those scopes. Did you you're dressed up in a full fucking taco?
Oh, it was a full taco suit with like 3D shrimps on it. It was a shrimp taco suit.
A shrimp suit?
Yes, sir.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll share the shit out of that one.
Yeah, once this weather breaks and I feel better. But this nor'easter is kicking my ass.
So, Mr. Squares, you've been away for what, 2 weeks? Roughly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're going to make this a recap for Joey Squares coffee bean. All right, let's see what's happened.
All that stuff with nutmeg happened.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you were asking about the nutmeg thing yesterday. All right, so I'm going to give you my unbiased, unfiltered opinion on all those events. All right, so it starts in Don's space, I guess. Nutmeg was taking a co-host spot on a regular basis, sort of. And Jill, if I miss anything, if I leave anything out, feel free to chime in. Apparently, Leslie couldn't get in because she said she was blocked.
Yep, correct. That was she was co-hosting Don's and she couldn't get in.
Leslie DM'd her one night and was DM Don about it, and Megan was saying she doesn't have her blocked. Leslie came in on an account, one of her old, I think her original Twitter account, and she basically said, said Meg was messy. She had her blocked, all this goddamn shit, and that she's been talking shit on Don in the DMs, and to prove that, she will open camera, open DMs on a live, and she proceeded to do that. And yes, Leslie was very correct. Meg was messy as a motherfucker in the goddamn DMs. Okay.
Like what? Like what have you seen?
Sh-
Like fuck Don Lard. I don't like Don Lard.
yeah. Well,
Well,
actually,
okay, see, technically, I don't think she was too messy in Leslie's. The second part is where it became really messy. Because
yeah.
Leslie's, it was kind of just Yeti and them are scumbags. I don't know why I let them up. They're ridiculous. All that nonsense.
Well, I mean, well, see, I mean, I don't like it when people open DMs, but to Leslie's credit, yes, fucking Meg was messy as fuck. Okay, but then she goes a little further with it. Uh, she said people had sent her information, like her LinkedIn, Meg's LinkedIn, and that they looked up some fucking public, some government website about nursing. Basically going to off app sources to get information on her, and then bringing it on the app to use against her. That's where it got fucking. That's where it got. That's where it hit a gray area for me. Uh, they looked up her actual work history as a nurse and all this goddamn fuckery. Um, so she denied something. I forgot what the fuck it was. Jill, help me out here. I can't. All this shit's running together. Hell, I'm getting old.
You're
Well,
right
I
when
mean,
you talk about weaponizing people, though. That's exactly what my diagnosis is people have weaponized me forever.
Mm. Well, right now we're talking about the nutbag situation.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with that. I'm just listening.
Okay. Well, anyway,
I mean, she didn't really deny anything on the Leslie part because she kind of just said, yeah, those are the messages that are in there. She was honest about that part. It was the day two where it got messy because I guess that's where Gina got involved and that's where it all just went south.
yeah, I mean, basically, basically, she denied. She denied she said something, and it just so happened that she had deleted those messages that Gina showed from, or Gina was talking about from 2020, and she kept denying it, kept denying it. I told her myself in
Well,
DMs.
okay, this is where I got to refresh you. The whole issue with Gina started because for weeks she was going around saying that Gina blocked her. Gina blocked her. She can't. She doesn't want. She can't go into Gina's spaces or whatever. Like Gina would go live and she'd be like, "Did anybody go and watch that? I couldn't watch that because she blocked me." So Gina went live and was like, here's my receipts. You're not blocked." And then proceeded to open her DMs and show that she was being messy there as well, and that's where it went haywire.
You know, she was talking about, basically she was saying she had never said anything bad about Don, and Gina was like,
Yeah,
Gina was like, all right, hold up a goddamn second. Here, hold my fucking beer.
for a camera flip, and that's where it went to hell.
Well, okay, so now when Gina was showing DMs where Meg was being like messy as fuck, hold up, let me back it up. Gina tweeted out, "Look, you can admit this shit, and we can all move the fuck on, or I can go live, and I will fucking show fucking DMs to prove you're a lying motherfucker." Okay, and in the process of showing these DMs, you need to remember that your fucking address is in these motherfucking DMs, right? And if you don't fucking own your shit, I'm gonna fucking do a screen recording and post the whole fucking thing on goddamn Twitter. Well, she still wouldn't basically own it. And Gina did what she said she'd do. She went live and she dragged Nutmeg's ass. And she showed those fucking DMs live. And in the process of doing that, she wasn't intentionally trying to show the DMs, I don't think, but she was scrolling around them and she didn't move the camera fast enough. Somebody caught it on the recording, slowed it down, and got the address. Now there's actually trolls out there with Nutmeg's name.
See, that's the dumb shit. That's dumb.
Yeah.
So hang on. So what? So Gina's put out a Nutmeg's address and stuff like that. Yeah.
It pretty much that's what the end result is. And then what happened? Oh shit! Last Saturday I was talking about it. Had like a shitload of people. Don was there. Gina was there. We had a big old discussion about it. I think Rosta and Gina kind of made a little peace agreement where, Gina won't bring him up, he won't bring her up. They just kind of peacefully coexist, mind their own fucking business, and go their own fucking way. I'm giving you the version you're getting here is not the full length, play by play, detail by detail, fucking list of events as they happen, but it pretty much sums it up. Okay.
This isn't the playbook from Waterboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nutmeg's.
So and now Nutmeg has left.
She's deactivated. She's
Gone.
deactivated.
Oh wow.
Good morning, Steph.
Good morning, Steph. Morning, everyone. Oh wow. Yeah, that's a bit fucked up then, really, isn't it? Oh dear. It's all a bit messy, though, isn't it? Really. All of it is.
Oh, hey, Gio. Somebody reminded me I was supposed to tell you what your new wrestling name is. Tiny Taco.
Oh.
Tiny Taco.
Nobody wants shrimp tacos. We want fish tacos.
Joey, did you know that Gio was a wrestler?
A wrestler. He was a wrestler, Gio.
Where'd you
Yes,
wrestle?
I did. I did independent professional wrestling, which is basically I wrestled around here in New York,
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
I got hurt a few times. Like I wrestled, I'm gonna say 2008 to about 2016, and then my knee was just so shot that I stopped.
Yeah, didn't he work with the oh fuck, what's their fucking the
Or
Bushwhackers?
the Bushwhackers, there's plenty. Did you see all the ones I posted yesterday, Gimpy?
Hell yeah.
I was posting them all over my Twitter to show like all the people I worked with.
Got a question for you. Have you ever used those wrestling skills in a real fight?
Yeah, actually, I when I was in when I from middle school to high school, I was told that because I'm small, I needed a way to defend myself, and I was on the school wrestling team, and I saw a dude in the cafeteria like verbally abusing his girlfriend, and he got in her face, and he went to take a swing at her, and I took him down.
Hmm. Hell
When
yeah.
I might be small, but when push comes to shove, like I can get behind you and choke you out.
Yeah. We'll say, Gio, that's one thing I learned a long time ago. Size ain't shit. I've seen some little bitty motherfuckers wear out. I mean, just wipe the damn floor with these like 6 foot tall plus motherfuckers, you know? What's that old saying? It's not the size. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
What about the cat?
Mm, I don't know. I don't have a. I guess it's whoever can fucking swing claws fast enough. Oh Lord. Let's see. Other drama. What the fuck else has happened? In 2 weeks? Man, all kinds of shit's happened in 2 weeks. Um, Probably the biggest was the nutmeg drama. I
Yeah, right behind that is Tara and her drama teasing that just won't go away.
Oh Lord, see, look, Stormy, I'm glad you're here. I said this earlier. I think you need to write rules for spaces, and one of those rules being, do not announce that you have tea unless you're going to release that fucking tea within a 24-hour period. If you announce you have tea and do not release
I
if
here's the thing.
if
I
you
think this is all a ploy.
if you do not, the rule should be if you don't release said tea after 24 hours of announcing it, you should be removed from the island of misfit toys. That really, 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 really needs to be a rule, Stormy.
I think this is all a ploy, and that she's just saying she's got tea to get other people to admit to stuff in her DMs, so that she's got other people's tea.
Other people admit, okay, look, I did this, that, the other 3 weeks ago. Is this what you're talking about?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that could very well be it. See, over the weekend, I started, I was just busting her balls in her space about it, jokingly, just fucking with her. And she said, okay, I'll tell you T number whatever in DMs if that'll make you happy. I'm like, okay, sure. Sure enough, she tells me some tea. And then a couple of nights ago, the same thing went down in Lee's space. She told Pink Daisy's one tea, and then she told John the other tea. So she's She's told all three T's, right? But she won't fucking come the fuck out and publicly say it. Like, what the actual fuck, man? I don't understand it. What do you think about that shit, Joey?
She should tell me, and then I'll tell everybody.
Joey says, just fucking tell me and I'll spill the whole fucking teapot. Huh?
I love it every time I hear that Zippo.
Yeah, I prefer Zippos.
Oh, they're fire. Best kind of fire you can get.
Well, I mean, especially like if you're out in the woods, you're camping, and
Oh, for sure.
it's rainy, you know, it's a little rainy, windy, and shit. Try lighting the damn fire in the woods when the wind's blowing and it's rainy as hell with a fucking Bic. So, any idea when you're gonna do the taco thing, Gio?
Ooh, do the taco.
Yeah, I might do it tomorrow. Like I said, right now this weather is to the point that right now I have my little cooler on my knee. I have like one of those knee compactor coolers where you're wrapping around your knee on one end and you start the cooler on the other, and it gives you like a cold compress.
Let's see, other T. Oh, Lanny's taking Yeti to the cat sanctuary. Did you hear about that shit, Joey? Hell, was he here when Maggie opened DMs on Lanny?
That was months ago. I'm sure he was around for that.
We say fuck my
Hey, easy on that. Do you know the other day that Spree's oldest one was just walking around singing it like all day?
Yeah, but Spree does have it as her fucking ringtone at one point.
Like the
Oh
oldest one,
shit!
Jason, sings all
I'm not
day.
responsible for that at all.
So,
He was changing the lyrics around, but he was singing it.
so, all right, the Lanny Maggie drama where Maggie opened DMs on Lanny. There was that whole fucking mess there. You probably hear for it. Well, part of it was Lanny wanted to take Maggie to a cat sanctuary. Well, since all that shit between those two, that's not going to happen, to say the least. Okay. But now Yeti's supposed to be going to the cat sanctuary with Lanny.
What?
Yeah, it's like a big cat sanctuary, tigers, lions, and all that shit. So basically,
Serious?
those two are supposed to be going to the house of pussy.
Carol
I was
Baskins will
about to
be
say,
there.
I was about to say he'll probably see the pussy exhibit.
Are they going to see Carol Baskin? That Tiger King woman.
What? Say again?
They're going to see Carol Baskin.
Hell yeah.
Hell, I don't know. Probably. I think that I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Jesus, Gimpy, watch
She's
Tiger.
Yeah, she's the lady with the tiger. She got in a big fight with this dude in Oklahoma who owns a cat reserve, and he's ghetto as hell.
And she may or may not have fed her
Oh
deal with
yeah, her
Tiger.
husband.
Oh Lord. What else happened? Hell, I don't know. It's all this stupid shit runs together after a while.
It's the same shit.
It is,
isn't it? It's the
same
old
shit, same people. Every now and then, a new individual will come along. There'll be a little new drama here or there, and then basically we revert back to fucking talking about shit from 4 years ago.
Yeah, let's have some new drama.
Mm.
Get some new people. If anyone's in here that doesn't know anything,
I don't know anything. I just listen.
What else? Shit. Well, there was last night. That was kind of some out there shit. Did you watch the shit last night, Joey? But with involving Nate and Miss Red.
No.
Okay, you know the thing where months ago Nate's wife comes on. She's pissed off talking about Miss Red and Nate. You remember all that shit?
Yeah.
Okay, so fast forward to last night. Miss Red's up there talking. I don't know. It becomes another whole goddamn issue. Essentially, I think Tara said something to her, disagreed with her or something. Help me out, Gio. I was half-assed asleep and listening and doing other shit. But anyways, she says some shit like something like, "You remember what happened last time? Do you want it to happen again?" I think she was referring to her little meltdown in Don's Bean. That off confronted her. It was a whole fucking mess. She left pissed off. Don was pissed. Don didn't have very nice things to say about her. She went live and shit. See, one of the big issue there with me is, and I think a lot of the men on the app that watched all this shit have an issue with it too. If you've got a significant other, a wife, a girlfriend, and you get caught up in some shit with another female on the internet, your wife obviously has an issue with it. You leave the app for what, a month, a couple of weeks, whatever the fuck it was. You come back. Wouldn't you block or not have anything to do with the female that was involved, that was on the app that had, because me myself, if I was in Nate's position, which I wouldn't be, I wouldn't have nothing to do with.
Yeah, but Nate's a pansy.
Oh hell, Joey, I love you.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Joey, I love your blunt honesty. Did I ever tell you that?
He is. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh Lord, don't know who this is, but
Catfish in the
I tried to get someone to sniff my panties yesterday. It didn't work.
What's up, Catfish?
What's up, Jim? Gimpy? So here's my thing, and this is what I was trying to say last night.
Is this Daddy Gang?
This is Nate.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Nate?
Nate?
You sound up.
Everybody always says that.
Sir, you sound a little bit like Daddy Gang, and I almost blocked your fucking ass.
You've seen my face, Gimpy.
I've seen
How
your
come
face.
you're on your Catfish account?
The Catfish
What?
account. The Catfish account's what I'm
Why are
talking
you on
about.
your...
No, the Catfish account
How
was
come
a joke on Terrace T the other day. But here's my thing. Listen, Mel and I talked about it. We've been together for a long time. Was it inappropriate? Yes. Was it what it got made out to be? No, it wasn't. Even Mel's...
You're a creeper. That's not the only person, though.
Who is it? Who else is there?
There's more people and
Who?
you know it. I'm not going to name
There's no
names,
one.
but you know. Oh, okay.
One of your best friends I've known on that app for 2.5 years.
Who?
Mego.
Who's
Mego
one of my
on the
best
app.
friends?
Mego. I would say Mego's one of your best friends, or one of the ones that I see you with. You asked
Right.
Mego if I've ever done anything inappropriate with her, ever.
Not talking about
Ask
Mego.
about anybody.
Oh.
There's not one other person that I've DM'd while I was doing anything other than, and that's where I made my mistake, and that's what Mel got pissed about.
You've been inappropriate more than once with
Good
more
morning,
than one person, Nate.
everyone.
That's tough, man.
So,
Hi, Gimpy.
Good morning, Will.
Hey, Nate, I have a question, and I'm just thinking to myself that my question is if someone was to destroy my marriage or try to with lies, why would you defend that person?
listen, I'm not defending. I don't know what she said when Mel told me when all this happened between Mel and myself, and I'm not going to get into all of it, but Mel asked me to get off the app for a while. Mel's also the one that told me to go on when she heard what she was saying, to go on and defend it because it wasn't right, and that's why I got on. That's why I came
No, I'm
back
talking
on.
about defending Paige. Why
I'm not.
would you defend?
All I said, the defending a Paige was that it was my fault. Will, that's what I said.
But
Because
why
it's
would you
my
even
responsibility.
associate
Hold
with
on.
her?
It's my fault of what I did.
Because your panties never.
And I don't care. Like, to be honest with you, like, for me, I think Paige is, from what I knew of Paige, and still to this day, I think Paige has, and I think she would tell you she's got her own stuff going on, but I don't think Paige is a bad person.
Since
I don't.
my name keeps getting brought up, I want to talk.
Thanks. Okay, thank
I've been
you.
waiting
I'll
since
drop.
last night to talk, but I couldn't
Good
get a
morning,
word
Mego.
in edgewise last night. There was no way that was going to happen. Is it okay if I talk real quick?
Yes. And Mego, when I brought up your name, I hope you weren't upset, but it was, Mel, you've talked to Mel.
No, I'm
Mel's
not upset. I like
So-
Mel. I believe she deserved to know what the hell was going on. And here's why. I reached out to Mel, who I really adore. Very sweet, wonderful person. Because I have been in that position. I caught messages going back and forth between my ex and somebody who I thought was my friend. Our daughters played together on the same softball team. Her daughter came to my house after school and I'd watch her. I allowed this person into my home, and all the while she was messaging my husband. You understand?
I get it. And I get everybody goes to that
No,
place.
but here's the thing though, Nate, and let me talk. You don't get it. Everything you said last night tells me that you do not get it. I don't know if it's just not computing with you or if your universe is all about Nate, but I guarantee you 100% Mel wouldn't want you requesting for Paige to come up into a beam in your space. Mel wouldn't want you.
When did I request
Paige
to come up?
talking.
When did I request Paige?
God damn it, Nate. All you do is interrupt.
No, you're making something up. I never invited her to speak. Ever.
Be quiet.
But you're saying I did something I didn't
You
do.
allowed her to come up into your beam, did you not, Nate?
If she was going to address the issue that I've been addressing this whole
Bullshit.
time.
If she was going to, no, you're just full of excuses, dude. You really are.
I don't have.
I'm going to
listen.
guarantee you 100% right now, Mel, if she had seen what was happening last night, would have stuck her foot up your ass, Nate. Not just an explanation out of your mouth for why it happened or what happened, or no, if she had actually seen it.
So when I see someone, and this is just me,
No, you don't get
to do
I'm
that.
not
No.
done.
What do you want to say?
I'm not
then,
done.
Then finish.
I swear to Christ.
Then finish.
Thank you.
I'm sorry that your
You
husband
talked
cheated
a
on you.
lot
I did not
last
cheat on
night.
Mel.
Allow me to freaking talk. It was just excuse after excuse, and you got 50 people up there telling you the same shit, Nate. But no, it's not Nate's fault. No, Nate didn't do anything wrong. You don't listen. It goes in one ear and out the freaking other, and maybe that's your problem. But it seemed to me like last night you were more worried about Paige's feelings than your wife's.
That's not the case.
Now, if that was my spouse, okay, I would avoid any instance of impropriety whatsoever. Any instance of impropriety whatsoever to make my spouse feel just a little bit better or to earn back their trust. Because sitting in a
Hang
dive
on, why is she
bar
the fucking
messaging
co-host?
somebody
Gimps.
while you're married is bullshit, and then throw my name into it constantly, or to say that I should come up here as a judge of your character. No, you've never said anything
That's not what I
inappropriate to
said.
me.
All I said
Nate,
was what you did.
no, Nate, you've never said anything inappropriate to me, Nate. But you want to know who else hasn't said anything inappropriate to me, Nate? The hundreds of other men on this fucking app, because I don't allow it. I don't slide into their DMs, especially if they're in relationships. I didn't give you a chance to say anything inappropriate to me. I don't know if you would have or wouldn't have, but you're a married man, and I find it inappropriate to be in
You're a panty
anybody's
sniffer.
DMs that's married or in a
He's a
relationship.
panty.
Do you understand
You can come to
that,
my
Nate?
town anytime, little man. Anytime.
Do you understand that,
Are you
Nate?
talking to me? Are you talking
How
to
many
me?
people
You want to
did
call me a
you
pansy?
hear?
You can come see me and how big of a
You
pansy
are a
I am
panty
anytime.
sniffer. You are. You are a panty sniffer.
Anytime.
That's fact. That's fact. I don't need to come to your city, you fucking
I
idiot.
swear to Christ, Nate. Just fucking listen. You don't listen.
Mego, I understand what
No,
you're saying.
you think you know best. And I'm going to
Mego.
tell you this right now, Nate, because I was in that relationship with somebody who was all about themselves. Yeah, you know, I make money and I do this and I do that. I support. Okay, well, it takes more than just paying a fucking mortgage to keep your wife happy.
Love and
Hell yeah.
marriage. Love and
Hell yeah.
marriage.
And I'm going to tell you this right now, Nate. I'm going to tell you this right now. She's going to nursing school for a reason, buddy. And if you don't wake up before she graduates, you're going to wake up one day and half your life is gone. And your world is going to be so rocked because you wanted to be a selfish prick. Then you'll be like, well, maybe
Either that or she's
maybe
going
I
to kill
should have
you in your
learned.
sleep.
But by then it'll be too fucking late. And then the whole rest of your life you're going to spend with women like Paige, who are half your age and are only after your money, and that's the only type of companionship you're ever going to get from that moment on in your life. You understand that? What you did last night was inappropriate. If I was your wife, I would be livid with you for even a hint of impropriety, coming back on this app, going to the woman,
Are you sure you're not
back to the woman who lied about your wife, that there was some type of threesome contract, and then you vigorously defend her like she needs your defending.
What did I defend? What
and
did
like
I
you
defend?
care more
What
about
did I
Paige's
defend
feelings
about her?
than you do your wife's. I have
What
no
did I
respect
defend?
for
What
men
did
like
I
that.
defend?
None.
Did I not?
And like
put
I
out
said,
what the
Nate,
truth was.
I never gave you the chance to be inappropriate with me because you're married.
And there's not one other person on this app that I've
And
DM'd
then it also came
outside
you
of the
lied
space.
about giving her money, then admitted that you did. Then
No, I never lied about
it
that. Mel
comes
knew
out
about
that
the
you
money.
were calling Dree
Mego,
in the
Mel
middle
did
of the
know about the
night,
money.
and your excuse for that was, well, I was drunk. Well, maybe stop fucking drinking because it's getting you in some pretty shitty circumstances,
Wait. Hang on, Mego. Drunk Nate is a different Nate. See, there's two Nates.
Oh, is that what you tell your wife?
See.
Well, I was drunk. I talked to women all night long because I want
this
drunk.
to be clear. I want this to be clear. The impropriety, the cheating that I performed, the cheating was making a couple jokes, not sexual jokes, while I was not on Spaces.
Excuses.
I'm just saying that's what it was. So you can go without information.
Okay, well, Paige is saying it's a whole lot more than that, Nate.
That's what happened.
Paige is saying it's a whole lot more than that, Nate.
Nate.
So Paige comes on here, embarrasses the fuck out of your wife, and you go to Paige's defense?
I did not, Mego. That's what I want you to understand.
You're insane.
I'm putting
the
record, and I'll get off the app.
You are a self-centered,
if that's what you guys want, if that makes you feel better, you guys can spend the next 6 years arguing about the same shit.
I have 4 daughters, and I'm worried. Okay, well then show your
kick
4
this
daughters.
fucker out.
Show your 4
Kick this fucker out.
how to treat your wife. Don't worry about Paige's feelings.
I hope
because
everybody
of your
holds
4
themselves
daughters,
to the same standards of truth and honesty as you guys want to put on everybody.
Being honest with yourself.
Kick him out.
You're not being honest with your wife. You're not being honest with everybody here. You just make up excuses.
How am I not being honest with Mel?
You are self-centered. You are all about Nate. It's Nate's universe, not Mel's universe, not your daughter's universe, Nate's universe.
And you know this how?
I've been in that
'Cause you're a
situation,
fucknut.
Nate.
No,
Nate.
I'm not your ex-husband.
Nate.
Okay.
Oh, you
I
act
didn't
just
cheat.
like
I
him.
didn't cheat with my friend.
You act
I'm not your
just like
ex-husband.
him. An alcoholic, self-centered, verbally abusive, cheating piece of shit.
Oh wow.
Joey, check D.
I'm
Joey,
verbally abusive
check
to Melanie.
DMs,
You
please.
are. And I guarantee you, because you didn't want her to go to school, because mine didn't want me to go to school either. You linked because I was a stay-at-home mom, and you would hold the purse strings over their head. Well, if you leave, you don't get any of this. If you
talking
threaten
about?
to leave me, I'm gonna tighten the finances on you. I control everything.
That's okay.
I make the
That's
money.
what you think, but that's not.
Oh,
Mel runs the
bullshit,
finances
Nate.
in my house.
That's exactly what's going on.
That's not
Why
what's
didn't
going
you
on.
want her
Mel,
to go to school then, Nate? Because you don't want her to be independent and leave you, right? Because you're
you think
insecure and you're
hey,
selfish.
you think that I can hold money over Melanie's head?
Listen, Nate, she's not going to school just for the fun of it, buddy.
Do you think that we planned? Do you think all this?
But your head is too
how
thick.
schooling works, right?
Your head is too
You think
thick
all this was
to
planned last year or the
realize
year before?
it.
This has been planned before COVID. Her going to school has been
Right,
planned for 2
Nate.
years.
So then that's how long she's been unhappy, buddy. Just wait.
She wanted to go to school. She has a career. You guys all know that Mel works.
I realize she has a
makes
career.
decent
She
money.
wants a career where she makes more money, right?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, Nate. Right, Nate.
You know, Mel owns 50% of everything I have. 50%.
She doesn't own 50%
Well, yeah,
of
'cause
it
you're
until
married.
she divorces you, dude.
No, that's not true. You obviously are not.
No, you have to be divorced or die.
Listen, the way our finances work, because we're an LLC,
Ashley's time.
Mel has just as much say over the finances as I do.
Good. Well, that makes it all the more easier for her to take half.
I don't just get to wave a magic wand and make all those legalities go away. So I don't get
Ashley's turn.
that control.
Well, you're not going to wave a magic wand and make these problems go away as long as you keep not listening.
I'm not defending.
Okay,
listen.
Right, I'm going to do this, and then we're going to let Ashley speak. Ashley, would you like to speak?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Ashley. Just real quick, Nate, please. No, it's fine. Nate, please stop talking and just listen to the women who are trying to tell you things. What you did is F up. You hurt your wife. And the last thing that you need to do now or anytime in the future is have any contact privately or socially with the woman you hurt your wife with. There's no excuse any way, shape, or form going forward. You don't need to talk to her, DM her, have her in your beam. You should have zero contact with her whatsoever. There's no other excuse. No.
Ashley, you're
100%
right.
That's what
you're 100% right.
Then there should be no other excuses from here on out.
Listen, Ashley, you're right.
I'm
100%.
married, I'm this,
Ashley, you're
I'm
right.
that.
I feel the same way.
There should be no other conversation. Then you know what? You're absolutely correct. From here on out, that's it. That's it. Do it publicly. Write it out on a scope. Say it out loud. I do not want any more contact from you. Period. In the story, we're done.
Absolutely.
That's what people are trying to tell you.
Listen, when people come at me and act like I had sex with someone, or I sent dick pics to somebody, or I asked for nudes, or I got any nudes, that's not the case. So when people go into like your wife, they create this narrative that, you know, Mel all of a sudden decided to go to nursing school yesterday or a month ago, and that's a pretty creative narrative. So that's not the case.
You know what? People are going to talk.
No, people and that's fine, and they can. Listen, they can.
This is a yes or no question.
My point last
no more
night.
Excuses.
I'm not defending.
Blah 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 blah. This is a yes or no question.
I can take that information. What you just said, I agree with.
Stop talking and listen. Did you, yes or no, hurt your wife? Yes or no?
Absolutely. Mel was upset for me giving attention.
That's all you need to say.
100%.
It's none of anybody else's business. You just have no more contact with her and be done.
I agree. I'm done.
Sitting up at the team discussing, oh, well, it's really not her fault. No, you don't do any of that. You just
Ashley,
cut
can
it
I just
off
say, Ashley, I agree with you. Ashley, can I think I got,
off.
Listen, Ashley, I might have minced my words. Can I just clarify what I meant by that? Just so, and maybe that's why everybody's pissed off, because I don't know. when I said that, I'm not saying that Paige doesn't have blame. I'm saying for me, I understand it was my fuck up completely. So when I'm not blaming Paige, it's because I am blaming myself. I am.
You're not just not blaming Paige. You were vigorously defending the woman that was on here embarrassing the fuck out of your wife.
I did not see that. Mego, do you understand when anybody asked me?
Don't see that,
when I went into Dawn Space,
because it's
that
all
night
about
after.
Nate.
Can I finish my statement? Can I tell you
No,
exactly what happened?
Why don't you tell us why you were on the phone late nights with Dree too, and then to throw my name around like I'm going to be a judge of your character, like I
it
said.
wasn't
And
that,
others,
Mego.
and others
Everybody
as well,
knows
Nate.
you, and I'm telling you, it wasn't that Mel wasn't reached out to.
And there's others. And there's others, Nate, and you're married. I don't understand this. Anyway, Susie, you have your hand raised, and then Brandy.
I just want to say that as a woman who has been in a situation like this, emotionally, if you have a relationship emotionally with someone, it hurts a woman more than if you're just sending dick pics and tit pics back and forth. An emotional relationship, you're showing that you're emotionally invested in her because you can't let her go. It's like weird. And it's just, to me, that's the most hurtful part of this whole thing that I see from Mel's perspective. It's really sad, Nate. You have to stop.
I agree with what Ashley said. I agree with what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you guys at all. I didn't disagree last night, and maybe I shouldn't have said it the way I said it, because it wasn't that blame shouldn't be put. It was, I'm saying I'm a self accountability guy. So if it's my fault, it's my fault. I'm not going to ask anybody else to take the blame for it. I'm not. Listen to me. I did not. I got, when I hear someone have a breakdown I don't deal with that. Like, that's not part of my regular, I don't have those issues.
You're on the right track, but all these women are right.
What if it was your wife having a breakdown?
Hang on.
Oh my God. And I did what Mel asked me to do, Mego. I did. So when Mel said, hey, don't do
this,
she
asked
I didn't
you to defend Paige.
Okay, Mego, wait. Brandy, you've had a hand raised for a while, so let's let Brandy speak.
Thanks, Joey. Susie beat me to it, but I was just going to point out that it's kind of disheartening to hear Nate say, but I didn't send a dick pic. I didn't sleep with her. Last
but
night,
I'm not emotionally connected to Paige.
Let me finish. Last night, you openly said you were flirting, and just like Susie said, cheating is much more than just sending a dick pic or fucking somebody. It's so much more than that. So the fact that you are having a hard time realizing that's what people are getting pissed off about, because Mel doesn't deserve this, and we're openly watching you do it. And it's
Brandy,
disgusting.
I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I am not disagreeing with you. So I'm not saying
it was nice seeing you on the app, and I hope that you focus on your family and enjoy that wife that you have. That's all. Thanks.
I agree with that. I'm not, and I'm sorry I got on you. Like you and I haven't really crossed paths.
Not emotionally connected. Let's say you're not, and let's say that you have no intentions of pursuing any relationship with Paige. Let's say that. Last night looked like you had an emotional connection and looked like you had intentions of pursuing a friendship relationship with Paige. Do you understand the appearance of impropriety?
I did not. Then that is completely my fault, and I was oblivious to that during the time. And I can hopefully just say that, like, when you have so many people on the beam talking to you at the same time, it's, you tend to want to defend yourself. But I agree with you.
You beamed up there and immediately went to Paige's defense. And if Mel had been watching that, she'd be feeling the same way I'm feeling right now. And that's what we're trying to beat into your head, is that you avoid any appearance of impropriety. Just like you said, ask
and what I'm saying is,
if I've ever been inappropriate with her, and I told you, because I don't know if you would be or wouldn't be, but I never allowed you to, because I am avoiding the appearance of impropriety with a married man. Do you understand that?
I get it. And I've never, listen, Yes, I do understand what you're saying. 100% I do.
And just so
I'm not saying you guys are wrong at all.
and just so you
I'm
and
not saying.
just so you know, Nate, I'm the only one Mako sends nudes to.
Oh boy. But I'm not saying I don't. I think they're. I think I'm coming off like I'm saying you guys are wrong and I'm right, and that I'm right in the situation, and I was right when I did what I did. I wasn't right. I'm not saying that. I'm not.
Nate, what happened in the DMs with Paige?
What happened in the DMs?
Yeah.
I was flirtatious. 100% I was. There was. I deactivated when it happened, so it wasn't. I got off the app for 6 months or 6 weeks, excuse me. But I don't. What my point last night, and this was, is that it's I can only handle my responsibility. I can only take my responsibility. I can only take my punishment. I can only do that. That's all it was.
So what you had a 6 month punishment then, like where you had like you disarmed yourself for 6 months, so you kind of
what
dissolved any accountability for 6 months, disappear, and then come back, and
no
it'll be fine.
no. Well, I don't listen. I'll probably get off and I'm done. I'm not gonna say I'm done again, but I don't. I can see how it can run away. Listen, I can see how it can run away, and I don't want. Listen, I don't want any impropriety. Mego's right. Brandy's right. Ashley's right. I'm not saying they're wrong. I really, I know I can come across as combative when I talk, but I'm not saying you guys are wrong at all. I'm not. I feel like there are people on this app that I've spent a lot of time talking to over the last 2 years. And was I completely embarrassed and ashamed? Absolutely, I was. Absolutely. Do I feel like I let Mel down 100%? And do I feel like a scumbag because of it? Yeah, of course I do. Am I going to share all that with you guys? No, I'm not. But I do. There's not a part of me that doesn't feel like a piece of shit about it. I'm not up here adamantly defending me. I wasn't trying to come across like I was adamantly defending Paige, even though it did come across that way apparently last night. What I was trying to say is it's my responsibility that if I did something that was wrong, and I have to take responsibility for it. And I did. And I'm not, moving forward in my life, whether it's on the app or off the app, it's something that I'm going to learn from and move on from.
I get that, but Paige does own a little bit of responsibility in this as well, because if you had texted me drunk one night from a dive bar, Nate, I would have told you to fuck off.
And you would have. I know you would have. But Mega, and I don't think it's my responsibility. I don't think it's my responsibility to put that on Paige because I'm already fucked up in this situation, right? So I don't think I'm going to sit here and I'm going to take my punishment from Mel. Mel and I deal with our own shit, just like every married couple. Anybody that's been together for 5 years will tell you that, let alone being together for 17, 18 years. So that's between Mel and I. But I'm not saying you're wrong, and you guys are absolutely right.
Well,
there are adjustments made.
Lisa, the goat lady, has got a hand raised. Lisa,
hey, Nate, after last night, me saying what I said, I just want to add to that to me, you need to figure out why you wanted to reach out to her to begin with, because your relationship's not going to be better until you figure that out, because it's just going to be
sexual healing.
It's going to be someone else. So you need to figure out that need you need and talk to your wife, and y'all figure out. You just gotta.
Lisa, can I be honest with you? I'll be dead honest with you. It's not that I haven't thought about that. 100% I have. When all this went down, and I'm not making an excuse. I'm not. This is none. It's 100% my fuck up. But when all this went down, when Paige and I started a friendship, was when I was late night scoping, which I don't normally do, and I might be on listening or it might be on my phone, and it's not an excuse, but I was being a dumbass. Mel was gone for 2 weeks. She went to go see her parents and help them move in their house. And I thought, well, I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to, I was working on my house, and I was on, and that's when we started talking a lot, where it was DMs and stuff like that, where, and I got drunk and I made a couple stupid decisions when it comes to that. I crossed some big lines just emotionally with Mel that I should have never crossed. And I don't cross on a regular basis. This isn't something that comes up in my marriage ever. And it's not something I'm proud about. It's something I'm very embarrassed about. And I am embarrassed on my character about it. There's no doubt. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm in the right at all. And if I came across like I was defending Paige over Melanie, that is, let me tell you, there could be nothing in my heart further from the truth.
Well, that was
So,
kind of what it seemed like, but I'm just saying,
and
you
I
got to learn to.
apologize.
I
I
mean,
really do. If that's how it came
to be
off.
faithful and all that. I mean, all those men. I mean, if somebody's going to put something out there fishing, or if men put something out there fishing for the win, I mean, it's like somebody taking the bait, and you just got to like. You don't need to be fishing. You need to.
No, and I
There's no
listen,
need
and that's where it.
whatsoever.
And I don't know. I don't know what everybody keeps bringing up. Everything else. I just know it. It was joking around, and it was playful, and it was. And listen, it was my fault. I should have never let it happen. I not let it happen. I should have never joked around with it. I shouldn't have pursued it. I shouldn't have
Yeah,
DM'd
that's
her. I shouldn't have done any of that stuff.
the beginning should have never happened. Period.
I listen. I agree. I
So learn
100%
from it.
agree with you guys.
I mean, it's yours and Mel's relationship. You have to learn from it and build back some trust, and don't be that way again. Learn to. You
You
got
will
to
never
resist
see
those
that ever out of me.
temptations. Okay, that's it.
Listen, I love my wife. There's not, Mel and I hang out together. We're friends and cohabitators. We do everything together. And we were on this app together for a long time, and a lot of people got to know us as a couple and as individuals. I fucked up, and that's all I was trying to get across yesterday. It was my responsibility, and that came across in a way that made everybody.
Nate,
that's all.
Nate, the thing is, you've already said I fucked up a while back. That should have been it. You shouldn't have put yourself in a position where you felt you had to say it over and over and over and over again.
And this is the last time I'm going to speak about it, Gimpy. So I'm not, if anybody has anything or they want to throw any stones or, tell me, but I understand what you guys are saying. The women in the group last night, even,
I want to ask
I
you
understand.
this, Nate. Are there other women you could have potentially messaged and flirted with?
Are there? No.
Not a one.
Fuck off.
Not a one.
Nate.
Message and flirt, like DM'd?
Phone calls, DMs, because I want you. I mean, I things will come out.
I have, which I don't have Snapchat on my phone. I just took it off. Like when all this happened, I blocked Paige from everything. Like I didn't want to deal with it. Right. No. I would a DM joke or something, but there's no one anywhere besides calling Dree, but I don't even Dree. It was never anything like that. It wasn't, and I don't even know Dree. Like Dree and I talked for like a couple weeks when she came back into Dawn's Space. It's not like we have this friendship. Now Paige and I, we did spaces together, and we were in a lot of beams together, and that there was, she knew who I was to a certain degree, and I knew who she was. Like it wasn't, we were friends on the app for sure, but there's not another woman where I've had a friendship with, where it's ever gone anything like other than maybe making a DM comment about a space and saying, "Oh, this person's nuts," or joking about something, but it's nothing like that. No, there's not.
Well, I just wanted to ask you this here, right now, because people will send things to Mel, DMs will come out. So
That's
I was
fine.
giving you the
I don't have.
opportunity to clear the air.
I fuck 100%. I don't have I don't have a relationship. I don't have a friendship with any other woman. I would say, Mego, before all this happened, before I'm sure you got mad, part of it was I felt like, look, I let a lot, at least the idea of what people had of me down, and what I feel bad about that. Like I feel I do my job every day. I fucked up, And I'm human and I fucked up, but this isn't a daily fuck up thing for me. And if there's other people out there that think I've had this big relationship and they want to put DMs out, they can do that, I guess.
It's not about a big
know of anybody.
relationship. It's about like flirting and trying, like basically fishing for somebody to take the hook.
To like send you nudes or something?
No, you know what? I will say back in April, Nate sent me a DM with an offer to stay at his, I think it was a beach house, but absolutely nothing inappropriate. And even included in there that we would not meet. He would make arrangements for me to have a key because he wanted to treat my family to the beach after he found out what had happened to my husband. But absolutely nothing inappropriate. I declined the offer. I just don't want to.
And we do have an Airbnb beach house that we are part owners in. It's not, it's an Airbnb, so it's not, and that's not that big of a deal to happen.
It was an comment conversation, and that was it. And there was absolutely nothing inappropriate. He made sure to stay in there. Yeah.
The only time I've ever spoken to Nate was on Mel and Nate's combined Snapchat. So whatever was said, Mel could see as well. I've avoided the appearance of any impropriety whatsoever. And I have friends on here that are in relationships, and all the years we've known each other, never been inappropriate. And they've never been inappropriate and have gone out of the way to avoid the appearance of impropriety. You understand? So I have dealt with the crushing blow of cheating after years of marriage to find something like that. Okay. And the gears start turning in a woman's head. Emotional cheating is cheating. Women are emotional creatures. And if you're emotionally connected to somebody, like flirting and conversations and spilling your heart out to somebody else, it's cheating.
It's best to just keep your DMs closed,
your whole heart
and not
and
even
soul,
have access to them.
You put your whole heart and soul into a marriage. You're devoted. You're loyal. You do everything for that person to show that you care about them and love them. You give them children, and then that shit happens. Like I said, if Mel had seen what was happening last night.
If Nate cared about his wife, he wouldn't be here now doing this shit. He wouldn't have got involved in any of this in the first place. You don't give a fuck. You're a fucking loser, and that's it.
I'm at my house waiting for my cabinet guy to come.
Where?
He's not wrong, Nate.
You're a fucking
You wouldn't
loser.
have done what you did
and the only reply.
So no married people should be on this app.
The only reply, yeah, that's what I said. The only reply you have to me is to tell me to come to your city and all the rest of it.
I'm just saying, if you want to call me a pansy, I'm not a pansy. I can guarantee you that.
I didn't call you a pansy. I don't say them things. You fucking.
Okay, let me say this. If I don't recognize you, at this point, we're having a serious conversation. If I don't know you or I don't recognize you, do not request.
Yeah, but he's got no top on.
We're not saying that no married people should be on this app. There's plenty of married people on here.
Listen, I don't have a problem. Listen, I can get off
that
the
in
app
all the years we've known them have never done shit like this and avoid every appearance of impropriety.
I'm not perfect.
Have some
I made a
respect
mistake,
for yourself
and I'm not perfect.
And your wife. Have some respect for your wife and yourself, you know?
If you are prone to flirting when you're drunk and developing any type of emotional relationships with another woman, then yeah, you should not be on here. If you have moments of weakness when you are drunk, being on this app is stupid.
Here comes Jojo.
I don't want to interrupt anybody. I just wanted to say that everybody has a right to determine and define their own marriage. And I just find it kind of, I don't know, inappropriate for other people to impose what their views are on a particular marriage, like, you know, pointing at just one marriage and saying, you're doing this wrong or you're doing, I just find that inappropriate. Everybody has a right to determine their own marriage. And honestly,
Jojo, everyone
I
has the
can't
right to
finish.
press the
Have a
leave
good
button.
day, everybody.
Oh, goodbye, Jojo. Oh.
She's
I was
right,
just
but he has told.
I was just gonna say quickly. If anyone finds this inappropriate, you can always leave. There is the leave button. I know we probably already know this, but just in case, you know.
These are just advice. We're not telling anybody what to do. The whole thing boils down to what him and Mel are going to do. If Mel wants him on this app, that's going to be between you two.
I just wanted to say that some people, I heard many people say, and you just got to block her and you got to block her. And it's not about her. It's about him. He's already said that he's the one that flirted with her and that she did not flirt with him. And it's about, and the reason why it's not about her, because she's not the only woman. And this is not the only app. This is action. This is his actions. If it's not her, it's going to be somebody else he flirts with because it's what he does.
Oh, wow.
It's what he does, obviously. So it's not about, and you know what? It's his business. And personally, if I were his wife, I would be so creeped out with my husband talking on such a public forum about our personal finances and our arrangements with each other and how much percent we each own. And it's like, why is he talking about these things to perfect strangers?
Because people are telling me that Mel is staying with me for months.
But you don't have.
But that's
No,
but hold on a minute.
That's not what we're
everybody
saying.
said that until she gets out of nursing school. Mego, I've heard this. She's
just
gonna
be
leave
kind.
you,
Hold
and
on.
then you're gonna
But even if they were, but hold on, Mego, that's not the point. Even if they were,
that's not what we were saying.
Okay,
what
but
we're
even
saying
if
is
you
you're gonna
were,
wake up one day, Nate, and your world is gonna be completely fucked.
Even
She's
if
not
they
gonna come out
were,
and say, "I'm leaving you."
even if
She'll
they
put plans in motion, and you'll wake up one day, and everything will be gone, and it'll be because of your behavior.
But what I'm saying is, even if they were saying that, why do you have to prove that it's not by divulging personal information about your personal things with your wife? That's between you and your wife, not between 200 people in here. That I don't think she would be comfortable with.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. I was just, and I do get
don't
defensive,
talk about
right?
your personal stuff. It's your personal stuff, and if you're going to be what you're going to live your life how you want to live it. But I don't think that the focus that we're thinking, oh, if you just don't talk to Paige, then your marriage is going to be great. No, you're not just talking to Paige. You're interested in talking to other women for whatever reason. And that's something you and your wife have to work out. That's really the bottom line.
Good morning.
So
can we hear from Aaron Pam? Welcome
you,
to this morning's events. Thank you for that. Be kind.
Just be kind. I wanted to ask you, is it worse because the person is a cam girl?
No, I think it's he's talking to other women is something that is going to hurt your marriage. So whatever the reason why he's doing
is this hurting? Now, can I ask you a question though? Is this you and I talking like this?
Yeah.
Right? Which is 99.9% of what I've done.
No. I get it.
Listen. If what you're saying,
I'm talking personally. Listen, semantics.
I'm not closed-minded to this.
I'm sorry. I feel like Nate isn't actually taking everything in and what people are saying. I feel like he's just waiting to say what he's going to say instead of actually listening. And it has nothing to do with Paige being a cam girl. Could have been any girl. And no, I mean, now Nate is going to get stuck on semantics. Like, if I'm in a beam with another woman and talking like this, is that? No. You waited till your wife was not there. You were drunk and you reached out to another woman intimately. That's the point. And we know this isn't the only one, Nate. We know that. If you value your marriage, you will block Paige. You avoid any appearance of impropriety. Hell, get the fuck off this app. But if you don't want to leave the app, avoid any appearance of impropriety. And if I was you, I would seek marriage counseling. You also have a drinking problem. And your drinking problem obviously gets you into a lot of trouble, and it's going to destroy your marriage. You understand that? It's not because Paige is a cam girl. It doesn't make it worse. It could have been any girl because Nate was throwing a line out there, and Paige was the one who bit.
Mega, you remember when you said that you said in a space one time that I knew your family, that our families had worked together?
That's correct.
Do you remember that? You know that's never happened, right?
Well,
that you just said that never
This
happened.
almost sounds like honesty.
Right? So you know that's
actually
not true.
not true, because there is a home that you worked on that is my family's.
No, but I never knew your family. I don't know your family.
If
I don't know what
told you
home
the
your family.
names, you would.
But you said that, and that's not true.
I just told you that you worked on a home that is my family.
How do you know? Do you have my job sheets? Do you know my addresses?
You have said your name repeatedly, and see, what you're doing right now is trying to deflect from what I said.
No, I'm not. But what I'm trying to get my point across to is, sometimes you make mistakes. I made a mistake. I will get off the app.
That was your point.
My
by
question.
Saying that. No, what you're trying to
my
do.
Question. My question was.
Is
no,
make
my
me
question
out to
is,
be
before you're
some
going to
kind
tell me
of
I got a drinking
liar,
problem and all my problems.
because you can't handle what people are telling you.
No, I wanted to ask a question because I do believe I'm open to hearing you guys 100% right now.
See,
my question was.
See, my question is,
you're
what the
open.
fuck? See, my question is, what the fuck does the Mago thing have to do with what you did?
Because if we're talking about honesty and being forthright and doing that, then we're all going to be honest,
well,
right?
it's called diversion. It's called diversion.
I talk to my uncle on a repeated basis.
Just diverting the attention, but nonetheless,
exactly.
It's like
they have a
it's really
company, and
it's
you
really
did flooring for
Mago.
a couple of their homes, and if I told you their names, you'd probably shit your pants.
But it's really, but this whole thing is between him and his wife, and
hang on, wait, be kind.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up. Like it's in and out.
Be kind.
We can't hear you.
Okay.
No, can't hear.
Can you hear me?
Now,
okay,
yes.
So let's actually end.
Yeah, I get it.
I had a point
Can
I
you hear
wanted to raise with Nate, but I'm waiting my turn. So I'm letting everybody else finish before I ask Nate my question.
Also, Stormy's up there.
Aaron, ask him your question.
I'll let Stormy go first, but at least she's just waking up.
Just there, I got a guy coming at 8, so I got about 14 minutes.
I only need 3.
I just want to say that this is all laughable because you're an East County douchebag who got a couple bucks in your pocket and thinks that gives you a free pass to cheat on your fucking wife. Like every other fucking guy in
men.
East County that makes a little money building fucking houses. I know your type. It's a fucking joke. You're a stereotype. You hang out at the Greek or you hang out at Hooley's. You think you're a fucking big shot, and you came on the internet and found a girl to buy your bullshit. There you go.
Not just a girl. More than a.
Nate, any thoughts on what Stormy said before I ask my question?
Look, Stormy knows San Diego. She knows where I live. I'm not saying that Stormy has a right to her opinion. I gave people that right when I did what I did. So I'm not going to be upset about that one bit. And my question was, and it was a legitimate question, because there are people, which Lisa I don't think is coming at me I think Lisa's coming at it trying to help in a way. And even if that means getting off the app, that means getting off the app, right? My question was, if you guys, like Lisa, if you don't think it's acceptable to have a conversation like this, if I can't keep it just like this and block Paige and say I want nothing to do with her at all, is that acceptable or should I just get off? And maybe that's it. Maybe I should just get off and move on and do that. I enjoyed this.
Is this
app.
the only app you're on, Nate? Like, you don't go on any other apps?
Not any social media apps.
None
so, like,
at all.
I have a TikTok account that I'll look at and I'll scroll through, but not that I don't make TikToks, or I don't.
All right, so I'm just trying to listen to what you're saying. If you asked your wife that question, should you stay on or should you get off? Did you let her answer that first? I mean, I'm not the one that should answer
I did
that
it.
question.
No, Aaron, I did.
Mel should answer.
It's not for us to say. It's between you and your wife.
Yeah, absolutely. But that conversation has taken place a couple times, to be honest with you. Even as I got it back on, I've had it with her a couple times, even forth. And we've set some different, where I'm not going to be on it all the time. I listen to it while I work. So I put my headphones on and I listen to it and then I chime in.
All right, so here's my first point. First of all, you're incorrect that your wife owns half of your stuff. A little while ago, you said she owns half of everything you own. That's incorrect, right?
I know she has half of my house in the trust. And when we started building the little house, we did do a living trust.
You both live in a community property state, yes?
I live in California.
So she owns the whole. She owns all of what you own. You both own the same thing. She doesn't own half of what you own. She owns all of what you own together.
And my point on that was, and the reason I brought that up is, if Mel wanted to leave me, or if Mel wanted to take off tomorrow and go buy a house in East Lake or something else, she could do that tomorrow.
And all the
she
things
has
she
her
owns,
own money.
The law would have to figure out how to split so she could take it with her. But she doesn't own half. She owns the whole. And
here's the thing, though, Nate. A woman thinks about their children, and it could be, I'm going to get through schooling to be a nurse, and when my last child graduates middle school or high school, I'm out of here. She could have mentally checked out by now already. And if I was her, I probably would be mentally checked out already.
But Nate, we don't want to talk about your wife and your personal things.
Yeah, I have one more point with Nate.
Some people do.
Which is honesty, but I want to let JB say whatever he wants.
Good morning, Mr. Goon.
I just called up to answer Nate's question. Nate, you asked the question if you should be off the app. That's a question you should be asking yourself. Do you want your marriage to work? Do you want to be with your wife? Do you want to make things better with your wife? If you do, then you should get off the app. As a man who's been through this on this app, run now. Go concentrate on your wife. Go concentrate on your family, because this is not going to make it. You're going to continue the same behavior no matter how much you say you're not going to. The drinking, the drugging, whatever you're doing, your choice. I trust me, as a man who walked in your shoes, get off the app.
And when John says he's walked in your shoes, he's literally been in a similar situation, sir.
Well, I want to ask John a question.
Sound advice.
John, do you think that this app maybe kind of magnified issues you had in your marriage? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. I wasn't, me and my ex-wife at the time, we weren't happy in our marriage. Neither one of us was happy. And we found this app. We came on the app together, pretty much the same situation as Nate, and then started talking to people, started talking to other women, and it was an easy thing to do, Nate says there's only one. I don't believe there's only one, because I know there wasn't only one for me. So I mean, there's a lot of, I can't blame the women on here. You can blame the women, because a lot of women see that happiness in a man, and they do take advantage of it. Let's not let's sugarcoat that shit. But as
you're breaking up really bad, Johnny.
You're like in and out a little bit.
Yeah, you're in it, but I get what you're saying. So like, you weren't happy, so you find this app, and it kind of just like magnified everything, and it was kind of like where you didn't want to suffer any longer. You had to just cut it off, right? Because you already weren't happy. This app didn't make you guys not happy. You were already not happy.
No, this app didn't make us not happy.
Right.
The app didn't make us happy, but it's like,
right.
It's like,
but you're happy now,
here.
And you avoid any appearance of improprieties because of the lessons you learned from the past. right?
100%.
Right.
100%.
So
I will not put myself in any position where I can make Pink feel in any type of way that there's a relationship going on with any woman on this app.
So the point I'm getting at is like, I feel like these problems existed before they found this app, and it's been magnified. And Nate, either cut it off or devote yourself to your family and your wife.
All right, Mego, since you got the power, I'll ask you the next question. Do you think if Nate gets off this app that he'll find another outlet for whatever his urges are? He'll go to his local bar, or
Yes,
he'll
I believe this
find an
existed
employee
before
at his
they
company
found this app.
who he's attracted
Exactly.
to. He won't. It's not just Twitter.
Well, that's the point I was trying to make with Johnny, right? And he's very open and forthright about what happened in his marriage. That's why I asked him. This app didn't make you guys unhappy. You were unhappy, and then this app magnified it.
It's like
right?
It's like sitting in a donut shop all day. Eventually, you're going to eat a donut.
Right. And instead of continuing with a marriage on life support, and instead of being in women's DMs, he decided, you know what? I'm gonna cut it off, and I'm gonna go be happy so that she can be happy. You know what I mean?
I mean, before there was social
you have to make
media,
a decision to
there
either
was
cut it
regular
off
porn. There was porn and internet
or devote
porn
yourself to your fucking
before
marriage.
social media.
In other words, shit or get off the fucking pot.
Correct.
I don't know if John's still here, but I respect that. Like, I don't know John, but that's what I wasn't trying to come at Lisa. I was going to ask that same question. So,
well, as somebody who knows John a long time and has met him more than once, that is the kindest tone you will ever hear from him, especially talking to another man. And I think he's given you some really genuine advice right there.
And it's taken. I get it.
Let me ask my question because it may help you out.
Yeah.
Or it may just help us turn the topic. Nate, separate and apart from your marriage, which I'm going to work hard to stay out of, you came into this community kind of vocal, talking about how your wife was right by your side, how she knew everything you were doing, how she was fine with it, cool with it, in on it. You told us a whole lot of other things that you're kind of backtracking and apologizing for now. You took a break because of all the things that were happening. Do you in any way think you were dishonest with us as a community, separate and apart from your marriage? When you came to the community, you told us a lot of untruths.
I do. That's what I said at the beginning. I don't know if you were in here, but I do feel like I obviously let Mel down first and foremost, 100%. And I'm not saying like I owe anybody on this app anything.
But when you came in, you
but when I do, and I agree, and that's what I was
cool
saying.
with it all. So you misled us.
Cool with what?
Well, like whatever you misled your wife about, you've already talked to her about. You owe her the apology. That's private between you. But you also came forward into this community
and said what?
And led us to believe that Mel was cool with everything and anything.
What are you talking about? When did I say that Mel was cool with me? I mean, that's the part I don't get, is like, that's doing the same thing. Like, Mel's
like,
not
do you
cool
feel
with other women.
If I ask multiple speakers to come up and ask about your first weeks, months, and year in this community, do people think you were honest with us, or do people feel you were dishonest
about
with
what, Aaron? About what?
Yourself, about what you own? You just pointed out that you and Mego kind of suggested your families knew each other.
No, I never suggested it.
And for months and months and months, that was considered a fact until you just unfacted it.
I never.
How long ago did Mego say that? 4 months ago?
I'm not going to get.
I'm not.
Listen, my point. My point.
In other words, there's
point,
tons of lies that are the foundation of how you.
Aaron, do you want me to show you my house? Do you want me to show you my
room?
realm?
I
do you
don't
want me to show you my bank account? What do you want to see?
Well, I have to figure out with each fact whether it's real or false. Like when you suggested at first that your wife was cool with all the women you might be talking to.
When did I say that? When did you hear that come out of my mouth?
In the first weeks we were listening to you talk and
that
talk
I said,
and talk.
What? Okay, so you need to say what exactly I said, because you're saying that's a broad statement right there, saying that
she knows everything.
So by that statement,
fine
Mel's cool with anything in the world.
You suggested
by
that.
That
that's
statement,
how we
Mel's
got
cool
to
with
know
everything
you.
in the world. That's a very broad statement.
Well, now we know certainly she isn't. which is what we thought in the
Of
beginning.
course not.
But you
But that's
suggested
not what I said in the beginning.
otherwise.
Did I step out of bounds? Did I know I stepped out of bounds? Absolutely, 100%.
Did you leave this
That's
community
what
to think your wife was in or on it or cool with it, or other untruths like getting vaccinated, for example?
that was me joking
Or your
around.
family knowing Mego's family, which is an example you just brought up.
I never said that.
No.
What I was clarifying is that everybody on this app has allowed things to happen. I made a mistake. I made a big mistake. I will gladly, and that's what I was going to say the same thing to Lisa, because after I asked her the question, because I wanted an honest answer, I wanted people to understand I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not saying, and Burkell said it.
Let
right?
me clarify something. My uncle delves into this world that he's in, and I brought up Nate's name to my uncle and what he does for a living. And my uncle, they own many properties and also have properties they live in there. Nate has, in fact, done work for them. He doesn't know my family's name.
So Mega is saying that I've done work for her family, which she knows my business name and what, I don't know which business are you talking about, Mega? Which one?
You have said your
I
name,
own two, and I'm partial owner
your
in a
business
third.
name,
So which
and
one are you
what
talking
you
about?
do.
Huh?
In
No, I
fact,
haven't.
you engaged in a conversation with one of my family members about Christianity.
No, I haven't.
Was he for it
You
or
did.
against it?
I don't talk about politics and I don't talk about religion on the job,
My
and none of
uncle
my
is
guys are
very
allowed
forthright
to.
with his religion.
We don't talk
They
about
go
it
to
at all.
a church down there as well.
Those are odd details.
Okay. But I don't know. Listen, Mego, if your family owns a million houses in San Diego, is there a chance? But there's a better chance that your family doesn't even know my name, because I have guys who go and do estimates, and I have crews that go out. They know my company name.
What if you guys go to the same church?
We don't.
You don't know that.
I haven't gone to church in a year and a half, so I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I don't
they've
go
been
to the
going
same
to
church as
church
them.
down there for years and years and years. But now it comes out you haven't gone to church in a year and a half, when before you were saying how you go to church all the time and you help the homeless and alcoholics.
Our church
but now
has
you haven't
been
gone
closed.
to church in a year and a half. Okay.
Okay, but how does that go from
That's
me
what we're
not
getting
going
at
to
the heart
church?
at, Mego, which is the amount of mistruth, distruth, deception that Nate formed all of our community relationships
When
with.
did I say I went to
I
church
don't
every
know
Sunday?
what fact
When
about
did I
Nate
say
is
that?
actually
Aaron,
true.
Mego, when did I say that? When did I
If
say
I
that?
found out that Mel was a robot and she didn't even exist, I might believe
No, but
it.
Mego, answer the question. When did I say I went to
Nothing is
church?
now
Because you're
I
putting
told
words in
us
my
believe
mouth.
you did say
seems
that.
true.
Are you
From-
kidding me? You were
from being
talking about how you're
vaccinated and
super
That I
involved in
believe
your
in God?
church.
Nate, you
You help
did.
out with drug addicts and alcoholics. You
Didn't he
run this
say
house
his wife
or this
was
No, we
program that
do.
helps them through your church. Are you kidding me right now?
Nate,
Mego, we work with a ministry. We work with a ministry that our church legitimately has nothing to do with.
Now
anymore,
you're a
that we
religious
still
person again.
that we still work with, and it's a homeless outreach for family restoration, and we work with that ministry. Yes, we do, and we've given a lot of our time. When we didn't have money, we just gave time.
Praise the Lord.
I think all
And
this.
my family donates a lot of money to those programs.
See, I'm thinking this is
I'm just saying I
basically a
don't know
bunch of.
what she's
Hold on
talking
a
about.
goddamn minute. This is a bunch of fucking deflection from the main goddamn topic. Okay.
I'm off for a family topic. I was just, my whole point of it was saying that it does get led, things can get out of skew, and my point was,
No,
Gimpy,
it was a
I
deflection
fucked up, and
because
I'm
you were
taking
mad at what I
Hey,
was
listen,
saying to you.
but Mego, then you started bringing up all this stuff, and I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one that brought that shit up about my family.
Yeah, because if
Guarantee you 100%.
you're gonna sit here,
They know exactly who you
and
are,
tell
Nate.
me that my family, I'm gonna get a divorce and my wife's gonna leave me and all this other stuff.
If
well,
you
maybe
do
the no reason
yes.
What?
Okay, look. Right now, I want to hear from Chrissy. She can't stay long. Go ahead, Chrissy.
Good morning. If you want to look at what I put up in the nest, you can. You know what? You
I
don't care
noticed.
about. You don't fucking care about your marriage. You're already following that girl already.
I came
Bullshit,
in here
man.
for this
You are
reason. No,
so
no, no. I came in here for this
disrespectful to
reason. Listen,
your wife. It's pathetic. It's pathetic, man. You're already fucking. You got a new account. You're already following her. And she's following you. She won't let go, and you won't let go. You are so
I'm getting off the
disrespectful to
app
your wife.
today. Do you
You
not
are
understand that?
disrespectful to your wife.
After
That's
last
all I
night,
gotta
after
say.
last night,
So you guys can
after
all
last night,
see what the
after
picture is
last
right
night,
there.
after last night, Chrissy, can I gotta go. I got a
Yeah, I
cabinet
gotta
thing.
go
So I
too. So y'all.
legitimately have to go. I told you I gotta go at 8. So I want you to understand, I'm getting off the app. I don't know if it's going to be I'm not saying it's forever. I know for right now, I'm going to take John's advice. I'm even going to take Mego's advice. I'm going to take Ashley's advice. I'm going to take Lisa's advice. And I'm getting off the app.
Then why
I'm
make
I'm going
it
to work
happen
on my
because
marriage.
Mel is a good woman. She
I'm
is
going to get
sweet.
off the app.
She's
Listen,
a good woman and doesn't deserve this shit. And I hope you're
and
getting
what,
off the app
Meg,
for
can I finish
her
real quick? Because I'm just going to
and you don't
I'm going to
blame it
finish
on
real quick.
us.
I'm not blaming anything on you. I'm taking responsibility for what I did
And remember, you've been
and my
equally
actions.
deceitful with our whole community.
I was How was I deceitful to you, Aaron Pam?
Bye, Nate. It was nice knowing you, Nate. Make sure the door doesn't hit your ass on the way out.
Have a good one, little man.
And I guarantee you, if I said my family's name, Stormy would know exactly who I'm talking about, and you would know exactly who I'm talking about.
He told us he and his wife were swingers.
You just want to distance yourself because you know how
Yes,
prominent
Aaron.
my uncle is in that community. And if he knew the shit
Since
you
we've
were up
been
to on
gone.
here, never again would he contract with you.
Good morning, Wendy. How the hell are you?
Mel didn't sound like a
Hi there.
swinger to me.
Exactly, Aaron. I noticed that last night when he said that. One of many things that I noticed. And Chrissy, I just looked up the same thing to see if he had been banned or if he had a new account for that reason, whatever. Did he say why? I haven't been here the whole time. Did he say why he created a brand new account when he still has his old one on an app that he's leaving anyway?
We didn't get that far.
Yeah. Okay. I was hoping to be able
How
to
many
ask.
other accounts does he have?
Exactly. Ones that can't be traced, ones that he's probably had to give Mel the password to that one, but he still follows her and that is active. And I actually screenshot going or not actually screen recorded it in case he tried to say, I know that sounds petty, but we're all going at him now.
He's a panty sniffer.
To
I
show
told
that
you,
it's
Gimpy,
live
didn't
today.
I? I told you.
Welcome back,
Told you.
Chrissy. I know you.
Okay.
Okay, so Chrissy's on limited time, so let's let her
Oh,
speak.
sorry. It's just very upsetting. I mean, he's got a good wife, from what I can see, and what I've seen of Mel. She's a great woman. She's a good mother, and to treat her like this, it just infuriates me. And then you're still doing it. And Paige, I'm done with you because you have no respect for the sanctity of a marriage. I mean, what happened before happened, but for this to keep happening and you still keep chasing after him, he's a married man. You need to move. He's married and he has children. Don't try to break up something like that.
That's what I was trying to ask about cam girls. Clark, can you and I talk for 1 minute about cam girling? I don't think you're a cam girl, but
No.
you're smart enough to know stuff about it. If you pay a cam girl like extra, will she keep things more secretive?
I wouldn't know that. I'd have to speak to people that are cam girls. I don't really know any. I know more strippers than cam girls. You'd have to ask a cam girl personally or somebody who's been one because I wouldn't know the answer to that.
Aaron, are you
But
asking for a friend? Just kidding.
Yes.
but
If a,
maybe
if a guy and a girl, especially a cam girl, are into each other,
yeah,
they're not going to stop.
it's just So, and the thing of it is, she's a good
Nate could leave,
woman.
even if Nate
I
left
think he's
Twitter,
going to
he still
continue
has
to
the
do it.
internet.
It doesn't
All he
matter what
needs is
app
the
he's
No,
on.
internet.
here's the thing. Let me say something. This happened before this app, and that's why I brought that up with John. There was problems before they found this app. Okay? This just magnified it. This was happening before this app. It's happening during this app. And if you can't be on this app, it'll happen somewhere the fuck else.
Well, cam girls have all the apps.
Well, that's why it's not about Paige or any of the other women that he's contacting. It's about him and his marriage and his life and his wife. And, it's for them to work it out, figure it out,
Well, see
I hope
what
she's successful in going to school, whatever she's going to go for, and maybe she'll wise up and walk away because she's a great woman and she doesn't deserve to be treated like that.
On a side
Thank
note,
you,
I
Bob.
just wanted to thank Gimpy for changing his picture. It's so much better. Love that picture.
It's a
And
very nice
and how
picture.
can we get
Good morning, Gimpy.
yeah, right?
Good morning.
Just wondering.
Oh, hey.
I got to get out of here before Delane is nice to me and I faint.
Yeah, Delana just beamed up. Let her say
Yeah.
what she's going to say.
Yeah, good morning, Delana. How the hell are you?
I'm great. I'm walking around the house pacing going, what the fuck? What the fuck? Who? What? Why? Who? Did I miss Nate coming up here and asking for advice about his marriage? Maybe I missed that. So before I even go in,
started last night.
He did. He asked last night for advice on his marriage.
None of us,
No, he
honestly,
didn't
nobody
ask for
knows
any of
what goes
this.
on and what has to do with his marriage.
I
Nobody
did hear him
does.
ask for advice on whether he should stay on this app or not.
Oh, he did. He asked you guys whether he should stay or go.
I
He
think
asked
so.
that part. He didn't ask about his marriage. He asked about whether he should, today, I mean, in this space, he asked whether he should stay or not stay.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
which is funny because he already told John that he agreed with him last night. That
well, he agrees with
should
everybody. You notice that, right? No matter what you say, he agrees.
If we held the vote right now, Delaney, do you think we'd get even one vote that he's legitimately leaving the app by the end of this month?
He'll be back tonight.
And it doesn't matter. Do you know how many people in this very room right now have a shady fucking life?
I'm not saying it matters to me. What I'm saying is he's the one saying that he's leaving. I'm not the one saying
Who
he has to
cares
leave.
what he says? Everybody says
He's
they're
saying he's leaving. Why is he saying that to
and
all of us?
and to go through and to take screenshots of who he follows, who he doesn't follow, who do you talk to, who do you not talk to, what was your life like before this app, what other apps are you on? You do realize that your wife's a good woman. You realize that you have all this in a bag of chips. Nobody knows. Not only does nobody know, it's none of your business.
Yep.
It's none of your business how he
I
runs
agree
his
with that.
who he doesn't talk to, what kind of life
Yeah, but
he has.
we know.
Okay, so Delana, to play
but Delaney, we know because
to play devil's
he plays it out over this, doesn't he?
to play
He
devil's
talks
advocate.
a lot too much on here.
Okay, to play devil's advocate, Delana, we didn't bring his life to the app. He brought his life to the app. Just say, I mean, I agree with you. It's none of our goddamn business about his marriage. But at the same time, he's the one that came to the app. He's the one that brought it to the app. He's the one that talked about his marriage. So, I mean, I agree with you. It's really none of our fucking business. But at the same time, there's an opposite side to that too.
Well, let me ask this of Delana, because I am friends with Mel, and as a woman, do you sit back and watch? Sincere here, and like he said, he did bring it here, and now we're all entangled in this shit between Paige and him. But as a friend of Mel, do I speak up, or do I just sit back and go, oh well?
As a friend of Mel, you go back and you tell Mel, hey, look, I don't know if you know this or not, but he's on here, and it'd be, maybe a good idea that you suggest that he not be on here. I see that I've not seen Nate do anything. Of course, after you see him follow. But still, even what's a fucking follow? I've not seen Nate be inappropriate since he's been back.
Can I
I
interrupt? That was pointed out because last night he said multiple times that he was going to unfollow her. So that was not just a petty thing.
Bingo.
It was to
So
prove
this outrage
that he
is
lied
bullshit.
again. He's just
what
being
He,
pointed
he
out all of his
lies.
lies.
He lies. Do you understand that, Delana? That's what he brought it to the app. Okay,
everybody
he did
lies.
it
You lied.
himself.
Mega
No, not
lies.
everybody brings their
Everybody lies.
relationship and their
Shut
marriage.
the fuck up.
Lindy doesn't bring her marriage to social media. Who else is married? I don't even know. Stephanie, she doesn't bring her marriage. So don't give me that
So
bullshit.
when was the last
He
time
did
Nate,
it. He
when was
did
the
it
last time that
himself.
Nate actually
He
brought
did.
up his marriage, or somebody brought it up to him?
Really? Are you fucking serious?
Delaney, he
He brings
talks
it
a
up
lot.
all
He
the
talks too
time.
much.
He's the one who did this.
That's what I was
When he
saying. It's
told
kind
us
of
he was
creepy.
Damn.
he told us they were swingers.
It's creepy
Isn't
for
that
how much he
bringing up
shares.
Said he
a
was
marriage?
gonna, and
So
then
why
he
wouldn't you hold
lies. He
women
lies
accountable?
consistently.
Why wouldn't you hold women
You're gonna
accountable?
support
Married,
a fucking
get married,
man that
now
lies and cheats.
how about you say no thanks? You're married, block. When is it going to be accountable for the fucking women? If Nate's a fucking
It's
horn
both
dog,
sides.
down,
I've told Paige, you
not
need
just
to
Paige. If
stop.
you guys claim that there's other fucking people out here, put the onus on the fucking women. Not that Nate's innocent or not, but that's my whole point. Like, we don't know what the
Takes
fuck's
two to
going on.
tango.
Of course it does. Of course it does. But at the same time, nobody knows somebody's fucking marriage. We are not there.
Nope.
Mego, you're friends with fucking Mel, then keep it between you and Mel.
I thought it was kind of interesting. He never once denied it.
What? That denied what?
That he was talking to other women.
I have a question for Delana.
Oh
I have a
no.
question for Delana. So you want us to sit here and believe that an issue that's brought on the app shouldn't be discussed on the app, and people shouldn't be involved in other people's marriages? Is that what you
No,
want us to believe?
no. That's why I came up here and immediately asked,
Um,
did he come out here and ask specifically help me with my marriage?
No, he
Probably
didn't say help me
not.
with my marriage. He sat in a beam talking to the woman he was having an affair with, or an emotional affair with, for almost 2.5 hours the other day. That's like just putting it out there. And I just want to know, like, if the hypocrisy is running wild with you this morning, because I believe you were in my marriage with Kerry.
Don't let me talk about that, John, please.
Does not talk about the truth?
If it's the truth you're looking for, John, then, and if you're going to make me say it, I will say it. I'm going to respect you and Carrie and never speak on that, because that is not my business either. And I never brought it to the app.
You most certainly
But you
did
want me to
numerous
tell you
times,
about fucking shady
anyway, I just
fucking
wanted to
women?
point that out.
You want me to tell you about women interfering in people's marriages?
Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah,
Just
I
wanted to
pointed
point you
that
out.
out too. That's how I know these fucking women know he's married.
You're right.
Stop.
You're right. There are women who that's. Correct me if I said it earlier. If you were pacing around the house, listening.
I was infuriated. Like, really, like you said, I've been through this.
Correct me if I said it earlier.
Like
I did
deja
say it,
fucking vu.
and I
People
stated it
don't. It
last
didn't
night.
end well for you, and it won't end well for Nate either.
And I stated it last night that it's not just the men's fault; it's the women's fault too,
Absolutely.
because they see a broken marriage. They see a problem in someone's marriage, and they pounce on it because they see a vulnerability.
Don't they also see a payday? She's in the business.
So I mean, but I just think
isn't there money involved in this?
But I just thought it was weird because Nate's taking it on like it was fucking weird. He should not. It was just fucking weird. Like, who the fuck are we? Are we a bunch of counselors to tell you how to be, what not to do, what to say, what don't go on this app?
He's asking opinions.
Well, and he's oversharing. Delana, he's talking about finances, how much he owns, what his wife's percentage is, what their personal business is.
Just check the nest.
It's creepy that he's sharing so much personal stuff.
What are you posting? His fake vaccination card in the nest?
What?
Creepy.
The guy faked vaccination.
Yes. A lot of people fake a lot of shit on here. A lot of people fake a lot of shit on here, okay? Then you find out that
The guy comes in as a loudmouth with a fucking shitload of lies, big and small, and we're
Welcome
not
to the
supposed to
community,
call him
Eric.
out
Why
once in
don't
a
you
while?
add to the list of people that have come on here and been fucking fucks and lied and said there's something that they're not, did something that they didn't?
Well, we are. We're going alphabetically. Today we're up to Nate.
Okay, so it's just Nate's turn. Got it.
Yes, tomorrow we're
So
going
he's no
to
different than half the room in
somebody
here.
else.
He's no
No one's
different.
saying he's different than half the room in here, but he's the one who brought it on here and asked
No,
advice.
some people have
Okay,
a tiny
that's
little
what I.
lie,
That's why I.
and
Well,
some
Because
just
people
check the nest to
have
see how
thousands of
you
lies.
should not be taking marital advice from that idiot. Just check the nest.
This is the woman who wants to come on here and talk about how everybody should worry about other marriages while she's out fucking another man behind her man's back because he can't get his dick hard. This is what you want to talk about. This is who you want to talk. This is who's coming up here to talk about someone's marriage when her husband can't get his dick hard, so she's fucking a cowboy and showing him all over Periscope.
John,
Are you serious?
Hey, everybody has their own way that they deal with their marriage and what they do in their marriage. That's why I'm saying we have no business. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
But
unless you're right. Unless he did come up here and ask for
Okay,
advice. It's different.
Delana, you were around the whole time me and Carrie were married.
I know.
Time seemed happy between us, did it not? Carrie would come on here and say how great we were. But behind the scenes, it wasn't great. People know that.
Why did she? Oh my God, I don't want to
Not once on Periscope did
Why did
Carrie
she?
or
Because
John and
I was a cheater. That's
ever
why.
say
Because
they
I was
were
a cheater. I
swingers.
was using drugs. I was using the app. You can say whatever you want to say about it, Delana.
No, that's not what I was going to say. I was definitely not going to say that. But
okay, you can say what you want to
Look,
say. I fucked up my
have to
marriage.
give credit
I
to
accept
John.
that. I accept what I did in my marriage.
John was very honest last night and spoke to Nate heart to heart and said, "Look,
no, I know
I've been through this. I've made the mistakes, and from me to you, you
don't
really need to take some advice.
So, Delana,
Don't
are you
ruin it."
mad?
I made the
You
fucked
know?
up. I made the same
Because
fucked up mistakes.
are you mad because John advised him to leave the app?
No. I'm saying that it doesn't. What you advise? Who knows what his marriage is like? So he leaves the app and it's still fucked up. Maybe that's not even the real thing. So telling him to do something when you don't even really know the dynamics of their relationship, you
But
can't.
step one is if you really want to fix that marriage, if he really wants to fix that marriage, like he pretends to tell everybody, if he's honest in his feelings that he loves his wife and he wants to make his marriage work and he loves his family, the first step would be leaving this app.
So what should we add? Marriage counseling? Or after you leave the app, the next move is use your now free device to find a marriage counselor and go see them twice a week.
Okay, so from my perspective, Nate brought his marriage on the app. Him and Paige brought the shit they brought publicly to the community. Okay, it was brought out. Okay, so I mean, you know how this community works. Okay, if people do something, motherfuckers are going to talk about it. I even got up and I told Nate last night. Personally, I see it as, disrespecting your significant other by what he was doing. I mean, me myself, I would have, if I was in his shoes, which I would not be because I won't do that shit. I would have blocked Paige. I would have stayed out of beams with her. I would, And John actually even said that the other night when this wasn't a hot topic. He was talking to Paige about, why he blocked her or whatever the fuck. And he said, I've been there. I'm not putting myself in that fucking position. So, I mean, ultimately, this is not our fault. It's all Nate and Paige. All right, somebody else was requested. Brandy, come back up, please, ma'am.
Actually, accurate. Nate could have easily exited out. He's taken all this, so you're right.
And if you missed last night, he was in here for he was. I don't even remember whose scope it was. John, was it yours or?
It was in Don's. It started in Roasted and then it went over to Don's.
Yeah, I
so
guess
he's been involved in this conversation a long time.
Maybe I have no room to speak. I'm just.
Hey, Delana.
Hey,
Thanks,
Bree.
Gimpy. Hey, I just wanted to say something about that. I don't, in my own opinion, I don't have to know what his marriage is All I have to know is what I see him do on this app with other women, and I think it's disgusting. Um, do I know about his marriage? Yes, because he talks about it all the time. He has said multiple times, talked about his wife and what a great marriage. If it's a great marriage, why are you doing what you're doing on this app with other women? So that's all I need to see. I don't need to evaluate their marriage. And if I was in a relationship and my partner was cheating emotionally or physically, I would really hope that somebody would tell me. So that's all.
As someone who has had an emotional affair on my boyfriend about a year ago, I took accountability. It's my fault, and that's that on that. It seems like he doesn't necessarily really take accountability like he says he does. Yeah, I guess you're right. You guys are right.
I mean, Delana, let me ask you a question. Do you come on the app and go into detail about your marriage?
Never. Nobody knows anything about my marriage. That's a whole separate life. Yeah, I don't interchange either one. Even though he does know about the app and he knows about, he can name, but no. And you're
Well,
right.
first of all,
Huh?
I don't believe you believe we're right. And I'm looking forward to seeing you talk to Nate later today.
No, I just found it strange. Like, I guess I put myself, and I guess I put myself in his shoes. Like, I couldn't imagine having a bunch of strangers telling me about my marriage and how to live and what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. But he likes it, I guess. He likes being told what to do and how to live and how to be a husband and what, I don't know men like that in my life. The men in
I
my
mean,
life have instantly said, "Who
Dylan,
do you?" Yeah.
if I start asking you all kinds of questions about your marriage, what are you going to tell me? You're probably going to tell me to fuck off, right?
Depends on what kind of questions you ask me. No, I wouldn't instantly tell you to fuck off. But if you tell me that I'm a horrible wife and what I'm doing to my husband is horrible, then I'm going to say, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah. Well,
You don't.
say I don't know shit about your marriage, so we ain't never got to worry about that shit.
Good point. Hey, I picked that point right on the forehead.
I don't even know what you're having for breakfast.
You're accurate. You're 100% correct. The only reason we know to chastise him is because of what he's told us. And you're right. Okay. Point made.
Gimpy, what are you having for breakfast?
More coffee.
Excellent.
Aaron, can I divert for just a second? When I first
Away
jumped
from
up,
breakfast?
Drama squirrel.
a little while ago, right before he left, you were talking directly to Nate, and you mentioned several things, and one of those was about the vaccine. And did I misunderstand, or did he say that he was just joking when he first said that he got vaccinated? He said that was a joke.
Well, when I
Did you
brought it
remember
up,
that?
I mean the first 10 times that he mentioned he was vaccinated. Then later on, he actually showed us the card.
Okay, he just
There were dozens
at
of
first
times
he
that
was
he said he was
anti-vax,
vaccinated.
anti-vax, anti-vax, then
And
said he was going
then
to go
later,
buy a fake card
actually
and
showed the card.
and claimed that he got vaxxed. A week later, saying he got both vaccinations, not knowing that there's a waiting time between the two. And I spoke up and called him out for that at the time. And that's the exact thing that he ended up saying that he was going to dox me for, and offered
Okay.
$20,000 for my information, in his big boisterous bragging whatever. And then now when he came back to the app, says no, he's not, and blah blah, whatever.
Yeah, I recall. we
Right.
were. This is around when I was having issues with him because I even
Yes.
said that he was faking his vax card and that he was
Right. We
openly.
all knew. Well, first of all, I had engaged in a lot of crazy discussions about COVID and the vaccine, and Nate was one of the people I debated, and we had lots of conflict and debate and
Yeah,
discussion
turned
about the vaccine. But then separately, for some other reasons,
it
he
turned out that
claimed to be
somebody taught
vaccinated.
him. It
Right. He
turned out
suddenly
somebody.
switched from being an anti-vax argument
It turns
to
out somebody
saying he was
caught him.
vaccinated.
It turns out somebody caught him in a late night scope, like bragging that he basically bought a fake card and faked it.
I heard that.
All right.
And
The
Several people.
last
I
big
wasn't
thing
the
that
only one that
happened.
heard that.
Tell me if I'm wrong or right, Gio. That when he took his recent break, it was because he got ill with COVID, and as part of him coming back, he said that he'd never been vaccinated because he was telling us about having COVID recently. But also, his wife
Yes.
said during his illness, when she was live, she said, no, my husband was never vaccinated. So my actual
Yep.
source is Mel,
right,
who I
and
totally believe knows her husband's vaccination status. That means the whole
Correct.
time that he debated me on vaccine safety, he really believed he wasn't going to get it. All the times he said I'm never getting it was truthful. But then when he switched and claimed to be vaccinated and later showed us the actual card,
Which he had
all that
already
was a
said that he
lie.
was going to go buy.
All that was a total lie until he
Yes.
actually caught COVID and was out and even said that he was in really bad shape. And then his wife came on, they talked about it. And one of the things she said, separately from him, was that he was never vaccinated.
Well, see,
So my
okay.
point in bringing this up was his comment to you just now by writing all that off, erasing that history by his word just now saying it was a joke. So he tried to slam me just for a joke, just
well,
over a joke. So
the,
that's
And
his
Well,
whole
see,
everybody accused him
MO.
of lying. It wasn't like he faked us all out. Literally, we've
okay,
accused him right to his face
and
of it being a giant lie.
now if you, Lindy will remember this, the that that instance she was talking where he was asking for her information. That was around the
Mm-hmm.
time I first came to Spaces. I came back to Spaces, and I saw that. And I've known Lindy for years, and yes, I went at Nate on my Twitter.
Yep, he did.
Um,
and the other reason why I called in is this has been going on way before Pages. Because I don't know if people remember this, but he was literally bragging that he was in an open relationship back when he.
Right. That's
Yes,
like
he
what we're
was.
talking about. We're talking about all these
are there
separate giant lies.
are
There's the
there
vaccine lie.
Because,
There's the
okay
open
question
marriage
question
lie.
is there actual receipts of him saying he's in an open marriage?
well, I don't think there is because those were all deleted. But back then, when he did he called in a
He
Don's when
lost that account, so somebody would
yeah.
have to.
Those were in big
Oh
spaces where
God, yes.
everybody here was there. Like hundreds of us were there.
Mm-hmm.
In
I'm
hundreds of
gonna say that
spaces.
back when Don did a live or whatever, and he called in when he was meeting up with Maddie, and he was even joking
Mm-hmm.
that they were all going to split the same hotel room and switch partners, and he was in an
Right. We
open
joked about it on the
relationship.
Maddie trip
Yeah.
that they were gonna, they were all gonna be swingers.
Okay,
Except for Meredith.
We wouldn't have
okay,
known
Meredith's
so
that.
like, no, 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 no.
okay, so I understand all that, but
We didn't find that out. He
to
brought
me,
that into the community.
here's the biggest thing. Okay, and I'm looking at this now from a personal perspective. My parents got divorced when I was 7 years old. Now the reasons of that divorce are fucking irrelevant. The fact is they are divorced. Now, Nate and his wife, they're grown ass fucking adults, but the children, those are the innocent motherfuckers. Those are the truly innocent in all this shit. And I mean,
I just wanted to point out that this isn't anything new. Like when he first
well,
came on this app,
okay, that's all fine and good, but what I'm saying is the man's taking a chance with the future of his fucking children for a fucking book for internet pussy. Okay, I'll just fucking say it, for internet pussy. If Mel leaves him over some shit on the fucking internet, he lost his children for internet pussy. Okay, is that fucking worth it?
Like, does anybody remember when he first came on this app? He was drunk, he was pissing in bushes, and he was hitting on Meredith. And everybody was so upset about the way he was talking to Meredith that night. They were like, he's this drunk right now, and he's talking about what he wants to do with her because now
Isn't
the other room.
isn't
Everybody was all upset.
all right? So help me here.
He
Wasn't it
knew.
Ashley that just said he nicely invited her to his beach house the same way he did with Meredith? He nicely invited Meredith to his beach house and said, "Maddie can come along too, no problem. We're all swingers here." Next thing you know, Maddie's on the West Coast with Meredith, and they all hooked up. I don't mean sexually. That's how that all happened.
Whoa. Don't be putting my name in
No,
the
I'm
mix
saying the
with
same
swingers.
invitation that
That
came up and said,
Ashley says,
the same kind of like thing Meredith got. Come stay at the house.
Well, yeah, and it wasn't, but mine was not
Neither
to
was
meet
Meredith.
them. Mine was just,
Neither was Meredith.
yeah.
well,
I don't want to get that.
I don't know. See, you know,
The point
I
is
mean,
not
we
that
could,
Ashley's a swinger. The point is that Nate claimed that he and his wife and Maddie maybe were swingers.
See, here's what I don't want to do. I don't want to dissect everything Nate has said and done. I mean, focus mainly on like the recent, right now, just happened events. Okay. I mean, we could dissect this. I mean, and it happens on this app all the goddamn time. We'll put shit under a goddamn microscope and just dissect every goddamn thing. We don't need to crawl up Nate's ass with a goddamn
I think
microscope.
that's a great point. I was shocked at what I learned
At the end of the day,
I learned today that he has a brand new account and he's already following Paige. That's brand new information. Are we allowed to talk about only what's new? Happening today.
At the end of the day, you can't hold somebody accountable who's not ready to hold themselves accountable.
Very good point.
And I guess my point is that his history in our community is so filled with deception that I don't believe him now when he says he's finished with Paige in this app, because he's literally showing new accounts and following Paige. And he's known to lie to us.
Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of coffee and my damn stomach's starting to kick my fucking rib cage. So
Delana, has anyone ever called you counterculture?
I'm always the opposition. Absolutely. But, only because it offers an argument. It offers a different side. I'm not ever one to like to go with the crowd and be my pitchfork. I'll always put in an opposition to give people something to think about.
Delana, you and I can keep talking during Gimpy's song if you want to.
Delana, I want to. I appreciate a opposing view or alternate view of events. And yes, ma'am, you're always more than welcome to grab a mic. But with that, I'm going to get the.
Well, real quick, Gimpy, I just want to say something before you go. Delana's not wrong, but
It's not our. It's ultimately, it's not our goddamn business.
Well,
that was a very happy ending we had right there.
Well, real quick, because Gimpy wants to go, my name kept getting thrown out there. Okay, and my point was, because he was like saying I could be a character witness for him, I avoided any improprieties because he was a married man. I don't know what he would have done or not done, but I, as a woman who has experienced something very similar in a marriage, I said my piece, and that's it. That's how I felt, and not his marriage is not my business, but I can see what's happening
You felt
from a mile away. I can see what's coming.
you felt empathy for his wife.
Well, ultimately,
Kind
Correct.
of.
that's his thing to handle. Like, ultimately, if you see where it's going and you've said, you've given your advice and he continues to not take it, whatever happens will ultimately be on him.
Very.
So no matter how many times you tell him, this is what, I've done it, this is what I've done, this is what I see happening, it's ultimately his decision. So if he doesn't get off the app, we can't keep telling him to get off the app. He's made his decision. He's
I
made
agree with
his
you,
choice.
Delana. I'm
You're
not going to
right. You're
report him for
absolutely
that.
right.
I'm not going to make a police report. If he stays on the app for the next 100 years, I'm never going to care.
All right.
You can't change somebody's mind who's to misunderstanding and not wanting to change.
Okay, at this point,
Gimpy,
hit
it.
All right, at this point, I'm getting the fuck out of here. But I'm gonna play a different one. I think Mego smelled bullshit this morning, so we're gonna hear.
Oh
We're,
dear
we're
Lord.
gonna listen to Mego talking about bullshit.
Mego, excellent co-hosting.
It doesn't add up. It doesn't.